project, and we will call this the batch of, we'll have to give it one of the names. Let's see what we could call it. This is September 16th, so I'm going to call this as S16, rather S15 in the US, so September 15th. So team, welcome to this project. What we're going to do is we're going to kickstart the project. I'm going to talk about how it's going to work, how you're going to participate, what is going to happen through the project, and so on. So as always, I'm going to take a new Google Drive, which you all will get access to. I'm going to call this as QA Live Project S15. That's the name of this project, internally at least. Now, what we're going to do in this is discuss a lot of aspects of what we're going to be working on and so on. So I'm going to call this as high-level test plan. So this test plan does not really have any format, but what we will do is we will identify, we'll start with application under test. So application under test, that is AUT. Then we will talk of scope of testing, start and end dates, we will talk about teams that will work on this. What else is there? Out of scope, what is not included. Tools, types of testing to be performed. And we will talk about some assumptions that we will make to it. We will also talk about some documentation and help that you need. Everyone with me, team? So we're getting straight into the whole concept. We're not wasting our time with anything else. Manoj, do you remember where the earlier manual testing project files are? I see QA Live project here. I don't see.
Let me check, Karthik.
Okay, probably I don't have access to it, or I don't know why it's not here. So team, the application under test for this cycle is going to be www.itelearn.com, our current main website, which has undergone significant changes over the last few months. So we will need to be doing a lot of testing for this existing website. We're going to focus on functional, we're going to focus on UI, we'll also do a little bit of performance, very basic level of performance testing for it. As part of the overall type of testing. So this I could move it into the types of testing. And as part of the scopes of testing, let's talk about from the website what all we're going to be doing. So I'm going to quickly go to itelearn.com. And here we will talk about the different portions that we all will be testing. So team, you're all with me so far? Any questions? Are you lost on what we're trying to do? We're going to spend about 15-20 minutes on the QA Live project, what we will be doing, what we're going to be doing, and then we will get into the mobile app testing, all right, live project. So that's going to be critical as well. I'm hoping everyone is fine, team, on what we're doing right now. Just let me know in chat, please. All main pages, live event pages, courses, video streaming, pricing and e-com. What else is there? Let's see. Numbers, area, and auto emails. multiple forms. Alright, so this is your scope of testing as in terms of what all you're going to be doing. So there are many free events here. So there are pages for the free events. There are also pages for the videos that are out here. So you will not be able to have time to be able to test everything. But as part of different teams, we will assign different videos, courses, free events to each of them. And then it will become easy for you to test accordingly. Alright. Now, I'm just putting at a high level the details. As we go along, you will all be added into this. How is it going to work? I'll put it here. How is it? Okay. I just need another document. QA/software testing live project. How is it going to work? So first is Karthik shall provide high-level testing strategy, requirement or plan. Okay, and then all participants will be divided into teams or added to existing most 3 teams by Manoj, and then teams will start to work by creating a detailed test plan / strategy doc. You will then create test cases and use cases, sample test data with Manoj, help of Manoj and admin team. And other related test artifacts. Okay. Use Jira, Bugzilla or HPALM for defect / test management. Alright. Work within the team to distribute tasks evenly. Use common Q&A doc to place any questions. What else is there? And then teams to present every 2 days on progress, 15 to 20 minutes per team. Manoj will create a new GoToWebinar link and share with all members. Share with all members. Okay, so this is at the high level. Now let's talk about a few more things. So we are having 2 things, Tim. How is it going to work? And then high level test plan. So Tim, very simple. The whole, one second, so overview. The whole idea is you'll be put into 3 teams. Each of the members in the team are going to work on this project. You're going to come up with your updates on what you've been doing. Once you provide your updates, we will take those updates and we will have a regular sessions, about 2 or 3 every week. It's not going to be a long session, about 2 or 3 sessions per week, and then you will present those updates at that time. Okay, it's very important for you to present. So let's talk about the start and end dates. The start date is today, 15th September. Okay, specific time, and then we will end for 2 weeks. That's it. At the max, we require 2 weeks to do this. So we're starting on 16th. We will go on till the 3rd, 15th. We'll go on till the 29th September. 2 weeks, and ends on 29th September. All right. Teams, as I said, will be added to most 3 teams. Any questions that you have, please keep them handy so that we will start to address them. So FAQs, live project, we will take them out only primarily because of the time constraint on how much time you have to be testing things. Okay, there are a lot of things to test here. You will be doing manual testing, remember, no tools. Only tools you will use is test management tools, Jira, Bugzilla or ALM. You can also use any other tools for creating your use cases and so on, but primarily that is what you'll be focusing on. Let's see. Any questions you have, team? Keep them handy. Keep writing them, because I will get into a Q&A right away. You can start talking about it. Okay. Regression testing. Assumptions. Assumptions will be documentation and help. No documentation present. Live application and a test can be used to build doc, and yeah, I think this is about it. Currently, assumptions also I'm not putting much, but as you go along, you can add what you feel, and I will confirm to you if that's correct or not. Okay. All right, team. So that is what it is at my end. Manoj, did I miss anything else? Did you find that old project that I was talking about?
No, Karthik.
And any other questions that the teams have? You didn't find it?
Yeah, Karthik.
So I go here. Live projects, Q live project is here. And I believe they did it on this itself, right? Can you download the files from the QA Premium? I'm not signed logged in, from the old one, and we will get that into this folder.
Sure, Karthik. I'll do that.
All right. Thanks, Manoj. Okay, guys. So up to you. Questions? Ask me. Let's get the questions answered, and let's get the project started. There is no waiting for it. There is no. What are the prerequisites, team? Prerequisites are very simple. If you ask me, prereqs skills that are needed. Okay, you need manual testing concepts. Okay, test case steps plans. Okay, then you need tools, a few tools for defects and test management. And then you need have gone through all videos as per IT training program. This is mandatory. So we always keep it mandatory for anyone to participate in the live project. You have to be a premium member, get access to our videos, and then be able to get the other details. And the reason that becomes important is that you will need to show a lot of skill while working. It is not training, it is to apply whatever you have learned to it. Many times you will have to go back and refer to those tutorials, repeat them, and that's when you get a good strong concept laid out strongly, right? Now, let's see what are the questions. Team, I'm taking questions. If there are questions you have, this is the right time for you to put it in the chat, all right? Put it in the Q&A. I will be able to take it from there. So do we need to finish QC also? I'm doing HTML, MS Office and QA. Yeah, let me write that. That's also important. Basic HTML, you need MS Office. Yeah, so Pallavi, your question I'm taking. Do we need to finish QC also? I'm done with HTML, MS Office, and QA, Jira, Bugzilla. Just watched and took notes, did not practice. Fair enough. So this is your practice. Right now, you're going to apply whatever you have learned in that in that specific learning into this project. All right. Number two, you don't need to learn QC right now. You can do it later if time permits. If you have time, you can quickly go through it and see if you're able to capture whatever concepts are there. ALM and QC is very straightforward. There's no complexity to it, just like Jira and Bugzilla. You don't need to learn at an admin level, just as a user level, how to maintain, manage, and create all the test artifacts. Okay. However, what you should definitely do is focus more on using whatever you have right now. So within your team, find out what they're all comfortable with and go with one. It is very important to do project completion team. Okay, projects need to be completed. So sometimes we try and do things that are not asked for as a good to do things, but then we cannot miss any mandatory in scope activities. That is why. All right. Okay. Second question. My friend joined QA Live project, but she did not get the email regarding the reschedule of class. I don't know why. If anyone have joined, go to webinar. They would have got it. There are 260 registrations there. Everyone will get the details of the schedule. There is no question about that. Can you please provide the sample documentation templates, FRD, SRS? Yes. So Pallavi, we will provide that. Manoj, you will be putting some of this documentation and other things there. It will be easy for the team to take it. But there are also documentation as part of tutorials that you can take. If you go to the QA Live, QA training videos, there are documentations that you have here, right? In the premium members, you can take that as well. QA Live project, mistake support, Live project 1. Okay, next, what else is there? Do we have to use Jira and Bugzilla both? Jira or Bugzilla or ALM? Pick any one of them, one of the three. Jira or Bugzilla is fine. Are you supposed to complete a SQL part? No. SQL is out of scope team. You're not doing any database or backend testing. All right, so that is out of scope. Backend testing, database testing. It's almost the same thing, but just letting you know. What else, team? Any other questions? So come up with the questions quickly so that we can then move on to our mobile testing live project, what we plan to do with it. The mobile app testing orientation is scheduled for today. It's scheduled for today. It is going to happen right now after this. I don't know why we are creating 2 days on it, but anyway, the session is getting recorded. So for those of you who miss it, we'll get that access. When will we know our teams? You'll know your teams, Oksana, by tomorrow. But do note, team, you all have to be in the list. We have a list of people who are there. There's a list of master software testing. We will be adding you guys to that list as part of this project, and then you will discontinue that after the end of this project. So please make sure that your names are there with our team. I'm not sure how many people are all confirmed into it, but make sure you're all there. Is mobile testing a part of manual testing? It's a different project. It is an upgrade to this project. So all the documentation, all the work that you create in mobile app test in the current manual testing live project will go as an input into your mobile app testing. All right. How can we get added to most? Vinaya, you have to write to learn@itlearn.com or call them. You'll find the numbers on the website. Most members need to stay for mobile testing project as we did not start watching mobile testing videos. Correct. Pallavi and mobile testing, master software testing team, you have to be here. I will tell you what to do as part of it right now. Go ahead, team. Let your questions come because this is your opportunity to ask questions. So S19, beginning on 29th September. So it's going to be 1st October. I'm going to put it as October 1st. Okay. Any more questions, please, before we move forward? That last question, then I'll move. Do we need to create FRD because it's supposed to be created by BR developer? Correct. So, Subhashri, good question. The functional requirement document or specifications is typically supposed to be created and handed over to the QA team, but it is not there, number one. Second thing, we will give you some samples that we have done earlier in the earlier project that you can use as in. But I would emphasize you all to spend time in doing it at your end, because very simple team, this project is all about hands-on. Okay, once you have completed, once you completed this project, put in your efforts, you will be a very strong QA engineer and can work and appear interviews with confidence. Remember that. Okay, so these projects are very critical, team. I am not marketing anything about it. You all know about it. You have heard about it so much. It is extremely critical that you involve and do as much hard work, do as many new things. So when you write a functional requirement document or recreate it or review it, you will build a skill of how it looks, how it is built, and you will have minute details about it. When you just follow or use a document, team, you will not be a master at it. But when you create a document, you will really master it. And exactly what you're going to do with the project, when you work on this project, you're going to master the whole process of it. So please work hard. This is going to give you so much confidence, skill and knowledge that it will be so easy for you to appear for interviews and talk strongly. Also remember, these are referenceable projects. So you can place in your resume and also give our and other team member references. Okay, so that way, when you appear for interview and when they ask you what kind of project you did, you're able to talk about it, you're able to talk about the teams, you're able to really relive the entire thing and present it. Okay? All right, team, great. So let's continue with the next part of the session. We will talk about mobile app testing. So team, we will discuss quickly on the mobile app testing live project and what we're going to do. I'm calling it as October 1st because tentatively that is when we're going to start. So like always, there is nothing much that needs to be really emphasized. You all have prior knowledge of what we're going to do. Math live project. So let me take one of the give me one quick minute, please. This final session summary. So Manoj, can you also check with most two members as they may want to get added to this Math Live project? We didn't do it as part of the earlier team, right?
Karthik, we have already informed them.
We have informed them, okay.
Yeah.
Session 1. Yeah, I think most of what you'll see here we will discuss. So I'm going to copy this. I'm going to take this. Oh. QA live project. Where is this folder that I just created? More, move to my drive. So team, I'm just going to put everything here, what I copied from there. So, and then we'll go through it. Okay? We're going to talk about welcome and project intro. We're going to talk about this live mobile app testing project. Okay? This is primarily the orientation session for it. So there will be no orientation video. We will talk about what's going to happen, how you're going to go about it. So primarily team, there are some prerequisites to it. Right? You need to learn very specific skills and things before you get into this project. So unfortunately team, the people who are working on the live project of current manual testing and the people who have to learn, and you have to also learn the mobile app testing parallelly to be able to get into this project. In terms of tutorials, it's very simple. You can go to videos and click on mobile testing videos. Right? And you'll find all the tutorials here. It is mandatory to watch all the 3 of them. Okay, so these 2 I'm going to copy and put it here. You will watch all these tutorials before you appear for this live project. It will become very critical team for you to do so. Now there are 2 sets of videos that you will see in this whole tutorials collection. One is the mobile app testing Android training videos. This is completely focused on Android devices, how we do it on Android, and also it has got the basic concepts of how is mobile app testing different from regular web-based application testing. Okay, what do you need to emphasize? How is your overall approach? The second one is more focused on iOS and automation of mobile apps. So how do we do this automation, how we do iOS-based testing? That information is all here. So there are total about 29 videos. In total, not more than 20 hours of tutorials. So these 20 hours of tutorials are mandatory for you to watch and get a good idea. Again, you will get the overall idea of it, and you will go through a live project that will put everything together. The live project will be a continuation of what we're doing with the QA live project. We're going to take the same ingredients and start talking about mobile app testing at that time. Okay. Now, the videos to view I have put here as part of, okay, videos to view, I'll put it here. This one, this two. So team, like I said, it is mandatory to have viewed the videos, and we will be dividing you into teams of 4 to 6 members each. It's the same concept. You will interact daily for 3 to 6 hours as part of the project once the project starts. Okay. When the project starts, you will start working for about 3 to 6 hours every day, about 15-20 hours on week in a week, and you will be working on various ways to do this. Okay. You can do Skype, GoToMeeting, emails, calls, WhatsApp, and so on within your team. That way it will be very easy. Any questions that you have, please use the technical forum. Also use the Q&A document that we will create in common. Okay. Most of the specific information we will provide as we get towards this session, as we get towards 1st October when the project will get started. So I'm giving you the guidelines of what needs to be done before we get there. So this is the mobile app testing. Questions. So as you watch the videos, as you have questions, see if there are already answers for any of your questions. You can use the search option and search through the forum. You can also go through and see all the specific information that is out here. Okay. Now, do note team, as part of this live projects, okay. So yeah, this is something that I wanted to focus first, and then we'll come to the other. So the focus on the words that I've highlighted. As I said, during the project, you will face many issues, many challenges that you'll see technically, interacting, coordinating with the team, availability lag, delays in documentations. There is also a lot of gap in terms of skill sets of people and so on. And the good part of all these challenges is it kind of symbolizes, or it kind of simulates what we see in a real world environment as well. That means that what you're going to get exposed to today is really going to help you in those sessions to be very powerfully working on them. All right, so it's going to give you the confidence, And remember always, team, that the toughest steel comes to the hottest furnace. So if you are going through challenges, if you are going through issues now, it is only going to help you in the future. All right. Also note that all team members, as I said, will not contribute equally. They will also see that their time-wise, skill-wise, and so on, there'll be gap. But that's good, because that's how it is in live projects as well. And it's good to interact well with people. It's good to be very positive-minded and be very optimistic. Try and work with the team. Try and get the best out of it. Don't try and be the typical aggressive person who's very self-centered about completing it at their end. Work as a team. Come up as a team goal, because this team, this specific team, this specific project is your project that is needed for learning. Okay, it is not something that is going to give you a job just because you've been very aggressive and so on. You need to work as a team. You need to learn maximum things and go through all the challenges. That's when you'll become better. You can also have the great opportunity to learn from other team members. You will see some of your team members are doing brilliantly well. So how are they doing it? What have they done differently? Talk to them, find out, interact with them, take their help. You will also see how the other teams are doing, because the same project is being done by 2, 3 teams or 4 teams. And then you will suddenly see that these projects, these teams are doing a very good job. How are they doing? Or you'll see a different way of doing things. So you learn from your team, you learn from other teams as well as they go about presenting it. All right. So please remember that when you go through. Also, what you need to remember, team, is what you will get towards the end of these projects. You will do so much hands-on that your confidence level will be skyrocketing. All right. It will be so much of effort, hardship, implementation of what you've learned, installation issues, technical issues, and so on. All right. Do note that we will do a lot of device-based testing. I'm going to put some things here. Device-based testing will be a priority. So you will need to have devices handy. If you have access to iPhone, iPad, and a Samsung, or any kind of an Android device, that is great. All right. If you don't have access, see if you can get access for a few days when the project starts. Not now. Of course, when you do actual device-based testing, you will see how different it is, and you will see exactly how mobile app testers work. All right. You will have to also do a lot of the simulator / emulator / automated testing using remote or virtual devices. All right. Now, this is something which is very specific to what we do as part of mobile app testing. And there are many, many aspects of how you will do under different circumstances. What happens when your phone is within network? What happens when you're switching networks? What happens when you're out of network? What happens when you're on Wi-Fi, you're on a 4G, a 3G, and so on? How about different carriers, like carrier-based testing, like if you're working on AT&T, or if you're working on Airtel or Verizon Wireless, how does it differ with each carrier of the wireless communication? Then you have field-based testing. Basically, field-based testing is as you keep moving around, how do you do things? And what happens when you're charging, or the battery is low, or the battery is fully charged? You will see, you do a lot of interruption-based testing. You're testing, suddenly there is a pop-up message coming up. There is a notification that is coming up. There is an incoming call that comes up. What happens to the application in between of the process when these things happen? Okay. So, and then when you switch between applications, what happens? A lot of things. And you'll also do a little bit of performance in terms of battery usage, memory usage. All of these things will need to be performed, team. That is how you will become very, very smart and expert at doing mobile app testing. All through this, we will guide you. We will see how you're doing at each and every stage, and we will give you our feedback. It's not going to be, team, that unless you come, present it, and show it to us. That is what we focus on in these projects. You will not see the benefits of this project. So please make sure that you're coming forward and you're presenting it to us. All right? Okay, what else? Let's see. As I said, confidence level is going to be high. You'll become very sound technically. You will know how to work and manage situations within a team. You will do a lot of presentations. Remember that. It is going to be a lot of presentations, walkthroughs, and teamwork. There is going to be very, very little of me or Manoj or Vishal or any of the technical team members into this. It is all going to be you. Even when you get a technical question, we don't want to really help you. We don't want to help you, but we want you to find help. How do you get the assistance and help? So we want you to be very self-sufficient, self-reliant. How do you go about addressing your challenges in a real-time project? That is going to be the emphasis. And at the end, team, when you put this project in a strong manner on your resume, it is basically a membership portal. It's a video-based membership portal that you've done mobile app testing. Then it's going to be phenomenally good because there's a lot of things with video streaming, video playback, membership access, UI, all of this that we need to test as part of mobile app testing, and that experience is so valuable in today's market. If you do one nice project and if you focus on this correctly and build the right resume, your chances of getting a good job will increase significantly. There is no question about it. Ideally, if you ask me, team, yes, you need to have a good manual testing base, manual testing, mobile app testing, live project with the videos, of course, and then the live project, and one of QTP or Selenium, you will be a flying star. So please make sure that you are participating in these things very strongly. So when you talk about the project, when you present the project, and when you do the project, all of these things, you put it on your resume, whatever you've done, and then you will see how exactly when you go to the interviews, that is exactly how you're going to be working as well. All right. So let's talk briefly about the timeline and schedule. Starts on, I'm going to put some dates, starts on 1st October, right after the end of QA Live project, then ends after 3 weeks. All right. So we'll give about 3 weeks for you to do this. As I said, group meetings 2 or 3 times a week. So the way it works is very simple thing. We will start the meeting. Me, Manoj or Vishal will say, okay, which team is going first? You will be made the presenter. You will be presenting it to us. We will see how you present it, what you're doing, how you've done the project so far, and we'll give comments. Okay? So every week you're going to be updating your project. You're going to be working on new things, and then you will see the things happening accordingly. But as a team, you will be meeting daily with each other. You will have your online meetings, you will have your group calls, and within your teams, you will be meeting very often, every time. Okay? And as part of roles and responsibilities, as I said, Karthik, I'm just the BA, I'll be the app owner, I'll be not the automation, but I'll just say the Mac architect, the mobile app testing. Manoj and Vishal will both help you in terms of being a team lead, architect, and an advisor as well. But please focus a lot within your teams as much as you can. I'll tell you why. Number one, this is not a training team. Second, we want you to be very self-reliant. When you find an issue, you should be able to go and find a solution to it. And third, as you are not being spoon-fed, as you struggle through finding one solution, you'll also see many other solutions coming up. And use the Q&A document. It's been easy for everyone. Mat live project overview. Then what is the project and team intro? This we will do some things later on 1st October. So typically there are thumb rules team that we try and put, like how you got to behave and so on. I believe strongly we're all mature. We all have a specific career and ambitions in place. So just focus in working pleasantly with each other, make it very fun and a good activity. More than anything, team, you'll make a lot of friends this way with your team members. You will have a lot of assistance. You will see how the whole team is working, how everyone else is learning as well. Project tasks also, we will come to it as we get along. The application and test and all that also are not yet mentioned. It is something you already know, but we'll get into the details there. 1st October. So we will do this on the 1st October. Now, team, what are your questions that I can take? And let me know. So I'll start answering them. Sample documentation, yes, I've covered till here. Orientation is scheduled. Okay. When will we know our teams? So Oksana, you will know your teams hopefully by tomorrow. All right. You should get an email with all your teams. Manoj, can you take the sheet of the team list from the most 3 and put it in this folder and start adding the new members to QLI project. For that's for the QLI project. Is mobile testing a part of manual testing? These are 2 different live projects team. These are 2 different, complete different activities. It may be on the same application though, and it will continue one after the other. Can we get added to most? Yes, Vinaya, as I said, you need to contact the team. Most members need to stay on. Yes, so we already completed those. Do we need access to FRD because it is supposed to be created? That I've done. How to get access to the document that you created today? So the document that I'm creating today, team, you will get access to it as the Google group member. So you will be part of the groups, and if you notice, for example, most 3 currently members, right? So you'll see that there are about 35 plus, about almost 45 people who have access to this folder. And these are all the current participants in the most program. So they have access to it. Similarly, you'll get access to either the QLI project, or if you're part of most, you'll get access to everything. So in mobile testing automation, we are learning Selenium. No, not necessarily that you learn Selenium, but if you know Selenium, great. If you don't know Selenium, then you're not being able to automate. At least not using the web driver, Android driver concept. But you can use other types of automations. You can use remote devices also and other things. Project teams are same as most 3 teams for most members, correct. So the teams will be the same. What we'll be doing is we'll be adding new members to your teams. Do we need a real device? Yummy, yes. It is absolutely important to have real devices to be able to test it. So I would suggest strongly to get access to some devices when the project starts. Here are some typical solutions. You can always take a trial version, new accounts from any of the stores. You always have 2 weeks return policy, at least in the US. You can try it that way if you're not planning to purchase something new. Or you can, you never know, you may like it and keep a real device with you later. How do I get access to Google Drive? All the premium paid members will be provided access to it. So the paid members will get access to it right away after this program. Okay, you will be added to the Google Drive by tomorrow, but you will get email notifications about next steps. All right, team. What else are questions? The session is open for questions. Please feel free to put in any questions. I'll be able to answer it. Manoj, is Vishal? I don't think Vishal is there. We'll ask Vishal to go through this video. It's important for him to be aware of it. Can you please share specification of devices so that we can arrange them in 2 to 3 weeks? So, okay, devices, let me try and see if I can put something. Needed devices. Okay. One is you need an iOS mobile device. Okay. This can be a iPhone 5. Even 4S is okay. If you don't have the latest one, that's no problem. 6. Or what is that? 6S is it? I don't even know which is that. Well, which is the new model for iPhone 16? iPhone 6 and then iPhone 6. Something is come now. Plus, yeah, 6 Plus. I think these are big screens. Then iOS tablet, like an iPad. It can be a mini, it can be the iPad 2, it can be iPad Air, all right? Anything. Android, you need one Android phone. Any Android phone is fine. I don't know what all you have. You can have Samsung, I don't know what else are there. I'm not focusing on Windows and BlackBerry, but you can, if you have something, access, you can try. Optional, this is optional. And then Android tablet, also optional. The only reason I'm putting this as optional is none of us will have access to everything. Or it's tough to have access to everything, right? That is why I want you to be comfortable. If you have any of these 2 devices, any 2 devices is fine from this list. Okay, that will be very important for you to do. because we will focus a lot on real device system. Simulator, emulator is when we don't have access. You have to do those two, and you have to do a real device also significantly. Got my question about automation testing. What was your question about automation testing, Vinaya? Can I take mobile app testing videos and start working on project October 1st without any knowledge of automation testing? QTPS, that is without, yes. So to automate mobile app testing, you don't really need a lot of skill of QTP or Selenium, okay? However, having a little bit of Selenium skill, especially for the Android driver-based testing, will help. Otherwise, we'll have to do different other ways of automating it. It will help, definitely yes, but otherwise you can't really do much about it right now. What if you do not have access to the videos? ADME, you need access to the videos, because what will happen is if you get into the project, you will get stuck and you will have to go back and refer content, and these videos will help you a lot at that time. Plus, if you start with learning through the videos, get a good concept to begin with, and then get into the live project, it will really structure your whole learning. Okay? Do you have to watch SQL video for math? No, you don't have to watch SQL video for math. Can I take mobile app testing videos and start working on project without any knowledge? Yeah, so Vinay, I have answered that. Karthik, QTP Premium members have anything to do with the Google Drive folders? QTP Premium members by themselves may not be, because I don't think there's anything here. But if you're a QTP Premium member for live projects, you'll have access to some of this. All right? But if sometimes what I did is for ongoing live batches, I use this folders. I put the files in there, and then we zip it and we put it in the membership portal in your members area. So you can automatically download it from there. You don't need something separately. All right. Most 3 members have not started Selenium yet. So will it affect math? No. So don't worry about Selenium. What we could do is that part of automation. You could do it later when you complete Selenium. But for now, please focus on the remaining real device, simulator, emulator, a lot. Automation as skill and time permits, you can get to it. I'm a most member. Please add me in the Math Live project. Sure. So, see, listen, guys, don't tell me any requests, because I will never do those myself. My team will do it. Any of the requests you have, what you need and so on, please send it to my team. They will do it. Mobile project testing. So that is for you, Sarvamangala. I'm a most 2 member. Please add me in Math Live project, so you can contact the team, please. Mobile project testing, is it manual or automation? See there, I have covered this question ample number of times in here. All right. It is both manual and automation. Automation may not be so extensive. There is a lot of manual testing, device-based testing. You will hold the device in your hand. You will open the website. You will do a lot of things through that. All right. All right. Is the starting date fixed or is it subject to change? I want to plan my trip. Yemi, so tentatively October 1st. The only thing that will delay is, let's say that QA Live project is getting delayed for any certain reasons. So it may get pushed by a week. All right. So that is what it is. The QA Live project is started. You all have seen that earlier today. The mobile app testing is October 1st. Maximum it will get pushed by a week in case there is delay from this QA Live project. So most 3 members, SQL and database testing, put it to the side for now. All right, we will find a gap sometime in between where you can go through it, because these live projects are very critical for you. So focus on that. Can I take math project without taking manual testing live project? Yes, you can. All right, everyone, that's it from my side. If there are no other final questions, then we'll wind up. Please feel free to add more questions on the online live chat or send it to the email. We will be glad to help you out there. Once again, thanks everyone. Thank you so much for taking your time. So please focus on these live projects. This is the main heartline of the entire training program. Okay, this is where you will get the strength, you will get the skill, you will get the confidence, and you will get the experience that you need. All right. Thank you, everyone. Wish you all the very best. Do well. Take care and have a great week ahead. Bye now. Bye.